Welcome back, my friends, to the geometry session of mathematics. We are still doing Euclidean geometry, grade 12. We have proved proportionality theorem. Now I am going to apply the theorem. Remember, I said there are three things that you need to be able to do. One, be able to state and understand the theorem. We did that. Two, be able to prove the theorem. We have done that. Now I'm doing number three. You should be able to apply the theorem. Now, let me state the theorem again. The theorem states that if a line is drawn parallel to one side of the triangle, that line divides the other two sides in the same proportion. That is very important. A line drawn parallel to one side of the triangle divides the other two sides in the same proportion. Now, let's get to apply this beautiful theorem. Application of it. You are given this triangle PQR, the big triangle PQR, and you are told what is happening in that beautiful triangle. They start by saying W is the midpoint of PR. You should go there and see where W is. W is the midpoint of PR. What does that mean now? If W is the midpoint of PR, it means that the point W bisects PR. Bisect means that it divides PR into two equal parts. I'll do that. It means that from here to there, that is PW is equals to WR. That is what bisect means. Then, let's move on. They continue to say, ST is parallel to QW. Go to the diagram and see where ST is. The line ST is parallel to QW. Fortunately, it has been marked parallel. WA is parallel to RS. Let me go and see that. WA is parallel to RS. They have been marked also as parallel. And PQ divided by SQ, which can also be written as a ratio of PQ is to SQ, is equals to 7 divided by 2. Remember now, this is the ratio. It is not the length. Now, I'll go to my diagram and put this ratio. Let's do that. PQ, that is from there up to there, is said to be 7. I would say this is 7x. Okay, folks, let me write it so that you can see 7x, because now it was simplified. Then SQ is 2. That means from here to here it would be 2x, because I am comparing this into that. That means it would be 7x, it would be 2x. Let's move on. QW and SR intersect at V. QW and SR are intersecting at V. Very important. QW, SR means that those are straight line segments. Now, they want us to determine, very importantly, with reasons, the following. They want us to determine PT divided by TW. Now, remember what the theorem states. A line drawn parallel to one side of the triangle divides the other two sides in the same proportion. Now, I would want to see where PT is and where TW is and which triangle do they make up. There's PT, there's TW. Beautiful. Look at this again. PT, TW, which is that? Can you see that these two are in triangle PQW? Let me do that then. Triangle PQW. It's a beautiful one. What is happening in this triangle? Can you see that a line is drawn parallel to that side of the triangle? That means that this line divides these two sides in the same proportion. Now, another important thing, the given information must help me to determine what I'm looking for. Now, from the theorem, I'm going to say PT divided by TW. I'm talking about PT divided by TW. If you look at PT and TW and you look at this side, now you will have to say PQ, because PT, you know nothing about PS there. Now I'm going to start by saying PW divided by TW. Or if I'm not saying that, I can even say if from here to there is 7x, and from here to here it is 2x. I'm talking about PS and SQ. PS and SQ is equals to 7x. That means now that PS, I'm talking about this one, must be 5x. Let me repeat this again. PQ is made up of PS and SQ. We know SQ is 2x and PQ is 7x. That means that this one would be 5x. Now, I would therefore say in this one, PT divided by TW is PS divided by SQ with reasons. That would be proportionality theorem. And please state the parallel lines. Proportionality theorem where ST is parallel to QW. That is very important. Let's close that there. I'm sorry about my space. Now we substitute what we know. I know PS. PS is 5x. I'm sorry about that. It is 5x divided by SQ is 2x. Now, this means that PT over TW is, remember x cancels x, is 5 divided by 2. We have answered the question beautifully so. Now, what does this mean? It means that the ratio of this side to that side is 5 is to 2. Remember something which is very important. it cannot be 5x because you've got 7x here. Now, we have to use another variable. I would say 5y, I would say 2y. Let's move to the next question. What is PT divided by TR? Where is PT? There is PT divided by TR now. Let's repeat this again. We want the ratio of this one divided by that one. Now, if you look at it, PT, we have just done PT there, it is 5. Now, I would say PT is 5. Be careful, that is where you need to use proportionality. There is where you need to use your mathematics now. I want TR. Look at this now. Do you still remember that? Of course, I know you still remember this. W is the midpoint of PR. Now, if W is the midpoint of PR, let's look at this. PW is made up of PT and TW. And PT is 5y, TW is 2y. That means that from this point up to that point, it would be 7y. Now, why is it 7y? I would say here, I'm sorry about that, not 7y. I want to use this. I would say, but WR is equals to, here's WR is equals to PW, which is equals to, it is 5y plus 2y, which is equals to 7y. The reason is W is the midpoint of PR. Very important. W is the midpoint of PR. Now I want TR. Can you see that? WR is 7y and TW is 2y. That means that TR would be 2y plus 7y, which is 9y. That would be 5 divided by 9. Now, please people, remember that from here to there, it is now 7y. Why is it 7y? It is 7y because of that. But now, look at this. What is PT is to TW? It means it would be 5y is to 9y. We have answered that particular question. Let's move on to the next one, number 1.3. Let's move it up there. We want PA divided by SQ. Folks, please, your mathematics is very important. PA divided by SQ. Let's visit that and see where it is. You see where PA is. PA is this small portion. We want to divide it by SQ. that small portion, we divide this by that. We are taking this ratio. Now, do you see that here? There's a gap there from what we want. What am I going to do? I'm going to try and find PA because I don't know PA. Remember, I know PS. Now, I'm going to try and find either PA or AS so that I can be able to find this one. Now, how are we going to do that? I am going to take triangle PSR. I repeat again, triangle PSR. Your question might be, but why? Look at PA. I've got PA there, and I said I'm looking for PA. That is why I'm using triangle PSR, because already I've got this one. In triangle PSR, with, of course, AW parallel to SR. Now, this one is a beautiful one. Not to say others are not beautiful, but this is most beautiful. In this triangle, there's this line drawn parallel to that. It divides the other two sides of triangle PSR in the same proportion. How nice is that? Now, let's write the proportionality theorem. I want you to help me now at home. The proportionality theorem for this one. All right. You are suggesting that I take PA. That's fine. I would say PA. It is what you are suggesting. Thank you very much. Then I can hear you saying to me, take PS. I'm going to do that. Can you see that I'm listening to what you are saying? You must also listen to what I'm saying, please. Now, as you say, this would be PW. I'm writing that, thank you very much, divided by, remember we said PA divided by PS, now we are saying PW divided by PR. Now, what is the reason here? Reason is proportionality theorem where AW is parallel to SR. That's it. Good. Now, we substitute what we know. We don't know PA. We are looking for this guy. But we know PS. PS is 5x, beautiful, which is equals to. Now I've got PW. PW is 7y. Remember now, PT is 5y, TW is 2y, and PW is 5y plus 2y, which is 7y. Divided by PR. Who is PR now? PR is from there to there. That is 7y plus 7y, which is equals to 14y. Thank you very much. Y cancels a y. And PA is going to be equals to now. I cross multiply this to that side, it would be 5x. Remember that 7 divided by 14 is the same as half. Now, PA is actually 5 divided by 2. How beautiful is that? PA from here to there, it would be 5 divided by 2. Now, we can answer the question. The question was, what is PA is to SQ? You know SQ there. Then I would say PA divided by SQ is equals to PA was 5 divided by 2, all divided by 2. That would give us 5 divided by 4. Now, it means when you compare PA to SQ, the ratio that you will get is 5 divided by 4. Beautiful, beautiful. Now let's move on. Moving on, they want QV divided by VW. Where is QV? QV divided by VW. What must I do now here? I must look for the triangle, if there's any, that has got QV and VW. I'm looking for that particular triangle. QWA. Now, if you look at QWA as a triangle, let's write that. Triangle QWA. Beautiful. What is happening there? SV is parallel to AW. SV is parallel to AW. Proportionality theorem is going to apply. QV divided by VW. A line drawn parallel to one side of the triangle divides the other two sides in the same proportion, meaning that now this side is in the same proportion as that one. That is why I'm going to say this is, remember it was QV, I'm going to say it is QS divided by, it was VW, I'm going to say it is SA. Now, our reason is proportionality theorem, where SV is parallel to AW. Please. Now, folks, I need to know this value. I know it is 2x. I must get that one now. Let's look at this now. If PA is 5 divided by 2 and PS is 5 units or 5x, I must say. What is AS? Let me repeat this. PS is 5x. PA is 5 divided by 2x. What is AS? What am I going to do now here? I'm going to take the long one. The long one, which is PS, that is 5. I'm going to less 5 divided by 2. Now, if I do that, the answer that I would get would be, because this is the same as 10 divided by 2, I would get 5 divided by 2. I repeat again, because there it is 2, I can multiply by 1, it would be 10 divided by 2. I subtract 5 from 10, it is 5. 2 is the common denominator. Now, that means this is 5 halves. My friends, I know at home that some of you are saying, did he not see that 5 halves plus 5 halves is 5. I saw that. But now, I wanted to plant this logic of saying, if I know that and this, I can be able to calculate that from the information I know. Now, let's go and answer our question. AS is 5 halves and QS is 2x. That would be 2 divided by 5 halves. That is QV divided by VW. Now, please try and avoid this McDonald's burger in mathematics, but not when you eat. 2 divided by 5 halves is the same as 2 multiplied by 2/5. That is QV divided by VW would be equals to 4 divided by 5. Beautiful, beautiful mathematics. We have answered all the questions that were there. For now, we shall be moving on to the next question that I want to treat for you, which is also an exam part question. Now, let me remind you of something. In the previous grade, you did the midpoint theorem. What does the midpoint theorem state? It states that a line drawn from the midpoint of one side of the triangle to the midpoint of another side of the triangle is parallel to the third side. I repeat that again. A line drawn from midpoint of the triangle to the midpoint of the other side of the triangle is parallel to the third side. Now, there is a converse to that. I'm going somewhere. Get this now. A line drawn from the midpoint of one side of the triangle parallel to the other side of the triangle bisects the third side. Folks, come on now. I'm becoming drunk in mathematics. Let me repeat this beautiful thing again. A line drawn from the midpoint of the triangle parallel to one side of the triangle does what? Bisects the other side. You look at that now. PA is equals to AS. Mathematics is a beautiful thing. Now, let's continue with this beautiful maths. Let me remove that. Now, another question that I'm going to give you is also one question that they always ask in the exam. I repeat again, I'm now giving you the exam. That question is, determine the ratio of area of triangle PSR divided by area of triangle, let's see, WVR. Sorry about that, VR. What is the ratio of this now? Let me give you this hint, my friends. Once you get this question, look for 2 things only. 2 things. Number 1, look for common angle. I'm going to show you what I mean. Number 2, look for same height. Friends, my friends, it will never happen that in this question, this one I mean, we have these two things applicable here. Only one at a time. Now, if you go to my basic knowledge before we proved the theorem, you will see that. Let's deal about this one. They want area of triangle PSR. Now I'm checking which one must be used. I go and trace triangle PSR. PSR, there. I'm talking this. Now, because it is my last question, I'm going to do this. Triangle PS, let's trace that, R. We are talking that triangle. We want to divide it by triangle WVR. Now, I want W, you see that? I'm going there, V. Where must I go? There and there. Can you see that? Voila! Angle R is in both triangles. It means that in this case I'm saying, thank you, Jesus. Now, I answered the question. Remember that when you did the general solution for triangles in trigonometry, there was area rule. Area rule said to us, area of any triangle ABC, if you know angle B, it would be half A multiplied by C sine of B. Why? These two sides are including that angle. Now, I'm going to use that here. Area of triangle PSR is equals to, let's take that away now, is equals to half, because I've got that, multiplied by the angle which is common is angle R. I'm going to say triangle PSR, it would be half that side. And if I remember very well, we said from here to here it was 14y multiplied by another side which includes this angle. That side would be SV divided by VR. SV divided by VR. Now, we need to get SR and we need to get VR. I think I must start by calculating those first. I need to calculate SV and I need to calculate VR. Unfortunately, I did not do that in this case. I did not see that it was gonna catch up with me. But anyway, it is not a trace mesh. This side is parallel to that. It would be RW is not a trace mesh divided by TW. No, let's divide it by RT because we want to get SR would be equals to SV divided by, I said here RW, this one, divided by that. Now I must say RV divided by RV, I'm sorry about that, RV divided by RS. What is the reason? Proportionality theorem, where this is parallel to that. Now, what I know is that RV divided by RS would be equals to, it is equals to RW, which is equals to 7 divided by 2. That's beautiful. This is 7 is to 2. Now, in this case, I would say A. Now, that means from here to there, it is 9A. Let's do that. Multiplied by 9A. Divided by. It will be divided by half multiplied by, in triangle WVR. WVR. It would be 7Y. Because WR and VR include that. 7Y multiplied by 7A. Beautiful, beautiful. That would be half and half cancels. Don't forget that there we used area rule. It would be sine R, sine R. But now, if you don't want to write sine R and sine R, please give us the reason and say common angle. Common angle now means that and that would cancel. Now, Y and Y will cancel, A and A will cancel. In 14, there are 2 7s. Now, it would be 7 goes once, 7 goes twice. 2 times 9 is 18. There we have 7. Beautiful, beautiful. The ratio of triangle PSR to triangle WVR is 18 divided by 7. That is the application of proportionality theorem. My friends, when you get this question, don't forget, look for 2 things. You look for common angle, you look for same height. Now, I know that some of you at home are saying, how was same height going to be given? We were going to give you 2 triangles. Triangle QWA and triangle QWP. Now you see triangle QWA, we are talking about this angle W. But in triangle QWP, we are talking about this angle W. Now, there you are going to have common vertex. Common vertex means that I can measure the heights of these 2 triangles from that point to there. Now, let me close this by saying mathematics is a beautiful thing. We love mathematics. I'm shooting my Cupid arrow into mathematics. We love you, mathematics. I don't want to break this heart. Instead of breaking it, I'll say, we love you, our guy. Thank you very much.